Meditation is a type of mind and body practice that can potentially improve our overall health. The world we currently live in is fraught with anxiety and depression, mostly because of the way that our society is structured. We are, to an extent, slaves to a system that only cares about productivity and not the individual. Hence, the large majority of the population is often overworked, especially those who live in big cities where life can be very fast-paced and extremely demanding. This type of busy lifestyle in the long term eventually begins to wear down the body, mainly as a result of stress. Now, while stress itself is not necessarily problematic, it can cause a buildup of cortisol, which is a steroid hormone that regulates our metabolism. Yet, when cortisol levels go up, they can potentially compromise our immune system and cause many health issues down the line. Hence, chronic stress can be very toxic because it can inhibit the body's natural healing abilities. That's why it's very important that we learn to manage our stress. This is why meditation is beneficial, because it's an anti-stress reliever, and it can also speed up healing by essentially boosting the immune system through the process of relaxation. It also helps us to free ourselves from any self-defeating beliefs that we create via our thoughts. Now, some people make meditation seem like it's some complicated, difficult technique that not everyone can master, but that's actually not true. All it takes is dedication, patience, and willingness. In this video, I'm going to focus solely on passive/mindfulness meditation, which is an observation of what arises in the present moment, as opposed to active meditation, which is more about using visualization techniques to help reprogram our negative thought patterns through the use of positive affirmations and mental images. Consequently, it's also a good idea to start off indoors, away from any distractions or external noise, which is something we don't want because we're going to try to focus mainly on our breathing so that we can calm the mind and relax the body. So look for a nice quiet place inside your home where you can sit down and be comfortable. If Padmasana is not feasible, you can always use a chair. Just remember to keep your back upright, place both hands on your knees and your feet firmly on the floor. Otherwise, just stretch and warm up for 2 minutes to help relax any tense muscles before sitting down in the lotus position. If you can't manage to keep your back upright while in full lotus, just place your back against the wall and use that as support. It's also important to know that if you're just starting out for the first time, your objective should be to meditate for at least 5 to 10 minutes. If you like, you can use aromatherapy essential oils to help calm your mind. One oil that has particularly good calming properties is lavender. I also advise that you use the timer on your phone or watch so that you know when to stop. So when you're finally ready to begin, just unwind, remain still, and empty your mind. Then take 3 deep breaths in and out slowly. At the end of the 3rd breath, let your lungs relax and continue to breathe normally. Try not to engage in any back and forth mental chatter. Just remain calm and observe. If for any reason you become anxious or your mind starts to wander, refocus by bringing your attention back to the breath. Notice your breathing as you inhale and exhale normally. Feel your abdomen as it expands and contracts. Do not rush the process. Just allow yourself to be fully immersed in the moment. If any thoughts do keep coming up, just acknowledge them, because if you try to fight them, you make them that much stronger. Remember the saying, Anything you resist will persist, and thoughts are no different. So again, just observe and allow them to flow in and out of your consciousness without resistance. If you like, you can count your breaths and stop counting once you feel that your thoughts are under control. This will help sharpen the mind and improve your concentration. You can also take several deep breaths at different intervals during your meditation. This is important because deep breathing actually lowers the stress in the body, and it sends a signal to the brain that tells it to relax. That's all there is to it. It's all about self-observation. Yet the trick is to keep adding more minutes to your routine to make further progress. So let's say you started with 5 minutes a day. Try doing this for a week and then add another 5 minutes the following week, and so on and so forth, till you can work yourself up to 30 minutes to an hour, which is the ideal time you actually want to be meditating for once you become proficient at it. Think of meditation as going to the gym. You won't see any results overnight, but if you remain dedicated and consistent, you will reap the benefits later on. In fact, mindfulness meditation can actually help those who suffer from ADHD, which is short for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. And that's because meditation over time thickens your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that deals with focus. But not only that, it also raises dopamine levels, which is good because people with ADHD have low amounts of dopamine. Thus, it really is beneficial, so try to stick with it. Don't throw in the towel because practice does make perfect. I began with as little as 5 minutes a day, and now I can actually meditate for 2 hours. It wasn't easy at first, but just know this: every battle begins in the mind, and you can take back control of your thoughts at any given moment. They don't have control over you, not unless you allow it. That is what self-mastery is all about. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll wake up and stop living in autopilot. I wish you all good health, and remember, elevate your mind.